Good day, everyone. How are you feeling? First, I'd like to thank Zywin and the TEDxKenyalang team for this great opportunity to come and speak to all of you. I'm going to share about my journey from the Kampung to the world. This story started when I was about 10 years old. I was very lucky because my family lived in many countries. I've lived actually in 5 countries. Not the fancy countries like England, America, and all those fancy places, but I lived in countries like Cambodia, Papua New Guinea, Timor-Leste, India, and also Malaysia. And this gave me a very interesting perspective. From a very young age, I was able to see many, many things, not fancy things like Disney World, the Twin Towers, but I got to see how life was so challenging and so difficult for so many. And as a young child, I was very curious. How is it possible that some people have so much money and have such big, big, beautiful buildings, and how is it that some people don't even have enough food to eat? And as a young child, lucky I was young, still young. Don't be fooled by this white beard. This is just to be cool. I wasn't worried about, can I do something? Can I do something difficult? Susah, have to pay PTPTN loan. I wasn't worried about these things. Because I decided, you know what? I'm so lucky, so blessed to be born in Malaysia and to have a great family. I had an opportunity to travel. I want to do something. So this is how my journey started. So if I could start at 10, all of you can start since you're 66, most of you. There are 4 main things that really caught my attention. The first and the most fundamental is, ignorance is the cause of all suffering. How is it that so many of us in developed countries, in big cities, we know so many things? But when you go to the kampung, we always say, alah, kau macam kampung lah. Huh? You can't think. You don't know. How is that possible? And the truth is, when you don't know many things, you are unaware to participate in opportunities, and you will suffer. The thing that really bothered me was there were so many children in all these villages that had no access to education. I had homework, which I didn't like, but I had homework. I had books to read. I had ability to go to school and to play and look for girls. And they... Sorry, don't tell my wife I said that, sorry. But they didn't even have a book. They didn't even have a pen. Life was completely different. Yes, they can jump in the sungai and swim and this and that and have fun all day, but really, they were not so happy. We see the photo, wah, lompat dalam sungai. People feel, wah, I want to be living in the kampung. Do you know how difficult that is? How many of you have a smartphone? Yes, everyone lah, yeah. I just wanted your neighbor to smell your ketiak. But anyways, do you know how many millions of children, youths, and adults don't have access to computers? Computers technology is the 21st century literacy. No smartphone, no Grab, no many things, no Tinder. Sorry, I didn't say that. Anyways. And yet, millions don't even have this simple accessibility of using their phone. How is this fair? How is this right? We're in the 21st century and this is still happening. Smartphone, right? We have smartphones, smart TV, smart fridge. Soon we will have smart boyfriend, smart girlfriend, robot. And yet, the technology that we use to power our smartphone is over 150 years old. It destroys the planet, it destroys the environment, but because we don't see it, we don't connect. There are solutions, but we still focus on these old fossil fuels that destroy our planet and destroy our beautiful environment. But the worst thing, the thing that really broke my heart and my soul was that us, the educated people, we convinced the poor that they are lower class. We broke their belief in self. We made them feel lower. And you know what? They actually do. They actually feel less. They actually feel that they're not as good as us. Can you imagine what that feels like? That is unbelievable. But that's the reality. So Bai Guy said, you know what? I want to do something. Besides Bhangra, I want to do something. And I said, I wanted to provide education because for me, education changed my life. I didn't come from a rich family, but I came from a family that gave me education. And you know, when you think about what can I do, I don't have money, I don't have connections, I got no big supporters, but you have a mouth? Yes? Then you can teach. It's free. In fact, sometimes our mothers say we talk too much. Why not use this for good? You don't need a big building. You can teach under a tree, di bawah pokok. You can teach anywhere, and that is one of the most powerful things that you can do. And this is what I started. But the poor are not mainly in the real big cities. The real poor are in areas we cannot see. Like our second speaker just shared, you know. The poverty in the rural areas is so shocking. And if you really want to serve, that's where you need to go. So we decided and we started our programs to make sure that we would reach them. So we said, hey, when we first started 18 years in Cambodia, we asked the people in Phnom Penh, we said, do you have any relatives or friends living in poor villages? And they said, yes. We said, okay, we give them free education, free food. They said, yes! Okay, done, settled. And we got them. And remember I told you the thing that broke my heart? I wanted to make sure they can believe in themselves. When someone says to you, you can do it, you will do it, go ahead, yeah, score goal, FIFA. We feel positive, right? Something like, you cannot lah, why, you not good, very bad. What happens? We slap our friend, oh, okay, don't. But when you start helping people believe in themselves and you push them and you motivate them, again, it's free, it's from here. It's easy. And it's very powerful when it comes from the heart. You can change their lives. And that's what we did. We ran a whole program to empower them. Now, I'm sorry to all the people who support French language, but English opens many doors. I am here today, you are here today because of English. English is the language of science, technology, travel, adventure, learning. And we realized that if we could teach them this one skill, we could change their lives. And we developed a methodology that within 6 months, those with zero English could speak employable English. And this really transformed the poor. But English is not enough, especially for those from poor communities. They need a lot of character building. They need a lot of confidence, discipline, teamwork, compassion, hard work. So we developed a program that helped them to build this. And that helped them to keep the jobs. English can get the job, but you need the character to keep the job. And this, my friends, gave youths a second chance. Again, simple, using this big, beautiful mouth of mine that all of you have. And that's how our journey grew. For all my programmer friends, I'm sure you know PHP, right? But we have our own PHP. It's called Poor Help Poor. Because we realized if we really wanted to grow and expand, we needed to help the poor come up themselves. They always say, right? Don't give a man a fish, teach him how to fish, correct? But how to fish if don't have rod? So I told them, and I tell our students, we'll give you the rods, we'll give you the skills, but you can help others. And because of this system, we managed to teach so many students, thousands and thousands and thousands, that now we've reached more than 350,000 students in 6 countries. From a small kampung in Cambodia, and really, in 2000, Cambodia wasn't cool. It's probably like Baram, if you think about it. It was really that bad. It was really backward. But because of, again, mulut besar, and the passion and the desire, we managed to reach. And again, I didn't do this alone. We developed a system to teach others how to teach. That's why the PHP system is very, very important. When you are teaching, when you are helping, when you're serving, make sure, please make sure that you enable them to pay it forward. That way the system will grow and grow and grow, and it will never end. So your one deed will have multiple effects. So please, always remember PHP and date programmers. Another very, very important thing, so I'm also a social entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, every time we look for challenges and problems to solve. Because when there is a problem, when there's a challenge, we are very happy. But we never tell people, we say, oh, no money, very difficult, so susah, but we are so happy inside. Because now there's an opportunity for us to make money. Yeah. Now all the salesmen are not going to come for my talk anymore. It's a mindset. And when you use this mindset, amazing things can happen. We wanted to bring computers to the poor. How to do it? It's expensive. It's difficult. So we developed a model where we realized, all of you, every 1, 2, 3 years, new iPhone come out, bye-bye old iPhone. New laptop come out, bye-bye old laptop. Right? We upgrade, we change. But what happens to all these old computers? So we developed a model where we'd collect it, refurbish it, put software, and legal software, don't worry. And we donated this. Within 4 years, we became the largest computer provider in Malaysia, bigger than Apple, Samsung, Dell. Huawei, Microsoft, LG. And I'm not joking, but that's the truth. And we did it for so little money. Because we used a situation, a challenge, and we changed it and made it an opportunity. And we've given over 4,000 computers. Can you imagine that? And that's what I'm saying. Again, it's a mindset. So whenever you want to serve the poor, whenever you want to do even business, social entrepreneurship, you want to have social impact, the mindset is very, very important. Now, renewable energy, we feel, is the future is now. We have to end these fossil fuels. Let the dinosaurs sleep. Why we go and korek? Take the gas, the kentut, take the coal, let the dinosaurs sleep. We have the sun. It will be there for a long, long time. We can harness that energy. We can harness that power. So we decided that we wanted to help Orang Asli youth and Sabahan youth and train them how to participate in new economy. So we set up a solar academy and we train them how to be solar installers. And we've installed solar panels in homes all over Kuala Lumpur to make the rich people feel cool. And we also install solar panels in rural villages that have no electricity. It's cheaper than generators. Betul ke? Ya, betul. It's clean. You don't have to keep putting diesel. It's not noisy and it doesn't pollute the environment. And that's why we went into this. Now, we've been doing this for many, many years, and we realized that actually we have a lot of expertise in our team. Let's help others. So we created an online platform because we are young and we like to play Dota online. So we decided Why not create an online platform, right? In Malaysia, you want to find food, got website. You want to find car, got website. You want to find anything, there's a website. But how about NGOs? How about social services? So 4 years ago, we created this platform so other NGOs can crowdfund, they can find support, volunteers, they can profile themselves, and they can get online and use technology to transform. And we help them, we guide them, and that's what we did with our platform called NGO Hub. Now, I know I'm big, maybe fat, but I cannot do everything alone. And I've been so blessed that because when you want to do something, I started alone. It was simple. But when you want to do something sincere, when you really want to make a difference, first your parents will say you are crazy. But there will be a few people that will support you. They will help you. They will guide you. And it's important to remember that. And as you do more and more and more, more and more and more crazy people will join you. I have more than 250 crazy people from over 50 countries. There is a joke in my office in KL that there are more internationals in our office than the United Nations in KL. Because there are amazing, dedicated, crazy people all over the world. And with the power of the internet, when you share your message, it's so easy today to take a video, take a photo, that you will have people join you. So remember this. Never think you will be alone. So we decided that these are the 4 areas we will focus: education, and then we grew into technology, mental health, because mental health is very, very important. We set up a whole clinic, actually, for this, and renewable energy. So there are 2 arms. We have our non-profit arm, which is a foundation that does over 12 programs, and we also run social enterprises because I got tired of fundraising. So I decided to set up my own businesses, and the last tip I will leave you with is this. Anything you do, NGO, service, it's all about trust. When you set up businesses, it's also about trust. And you can very, very quickly grow. From just having 5 ringgit in our business, we grew into multi-million ringgit in less than 9 months. I have 20 seconds, so I'm going to be fast and I'm going to wrap. So remember, 100% of everything that you have to do is for the poor. But more importantly is this. Youths can change the world with the guidance from adults. Thank you.